Today, I'm going to be ranking the best alt art cards in my Pokemon card collection. I want to hear in the comment section down below if you agree on me on the order. Let me know. We're going to be starting this list off with a card that I did indeed pull myself, and that is a Mewtwo V alt art. This card, so cool. It's definitely the 10th place in my list. Like, I mean, how do you not include this? If you own this card, it's got to be in your top 10. Now, this card actually has a very cool story behind it. I bought a bunch of Pokemon Go cards when they came out, of course, because I'm a Pokemon card collector. I buy a lot of products. This was in the first ever pack that I opened. Mewtwo V alt art was the first rare I ever pulled out of Pokemon Go. Can you believe that? I couldn't believe it. It was amazing. It was one of the greatest feelings of all time. Obviously, everybody knows this is the chase card for the set, so getting a pristine Mewtwo V alt art out of my first ever Pokemon Go pack was absolutely the highlight of the release of Pokemon Go, man. Incredible. Now, the next spot is going to be for a card that actually you can't pull from a pack. I did indeed get this from a collector's box. It was the Flareon collector's box, the Flareon Vmax alt art. This is indeed a Black Star promo, but it is an alt art. Now look at the details on that card. I love how it kind of makes it look like a cartoony kind of style, where it's like, you know, it's hard to explain, but if you know what I mean, then you know what I mean. This card is absolutely gorgeous. This Flareon alt art, just, you know, alt arts are one of the best introductions Pokemon has ever done, and man, this card is gorgeous. Now, the reason why these are in these protective cases and whatnot is because I plan on getting every single alt art I own graded. That's my goal. Now, we have another card from the collection boxes. This one from the Vaporeon collection box, Vaporeon Vmax alt art. Check out that beautiful Black Star promo, man. This card is gorgeous, absolutely gorgeous. Check out that Vaporeon, man. Like, come on, this card is, it's insane. I have no words. This card is absolutely beautiful. The Milotics in the background, the frillish over on the side, the wishy-washy down underneath the text. It's kind of hiding down there. Look at how nice that card is. Now, these premium boxes also came with the jumbo cards, but you know what? Jumbo cards just aren't my thing. I want this card in my collection, easily coming in my top 10. Now, this card I did not pull myself. Again, I found this card on Facebook Marketplace. It is a beautiful card, and I basically bought a bunch of this guy's cards just specifically for this Urshifu Vmax card. Check that out. I don't know what it is about this card. I typically do not like Urshifu, but something about just how ginormous it is and that beautiful blue color on this card is just so nice. It's pristine condition. I'm hoping that I get a 10 on this bad boy, but it's just so hard to get 10s nowadays. But this Urshifu Vmax, man, look at how nice that is with all the tiny little Pokemon up there. It's even hard to see on the card, but you just got so much going on there. The Cramorant flying around. It's just so nice, man. Alt arts are beautiful. Now, here is a card that I pulled myself. It was one of my all-time chase cards, so when I pulled it, I lost my mind. This Galerion Zapdos V. Oh, my heart, my heart, my heart. When I pulled this, the Roadrunner himself, I lost my mind. The alt arts are just so rare. When you pull one, you have to lose it. You have to lose your mind, especially such a nice one like that. Like, look at it running up the hill. It's so nice. It's the Roadrunner, man. It's Galerion Zapdos Roadrunner. Galerion Roadrunner Dose. Don't ignore me. It's just, but it's so nice. Like, the texture on this card, The look of the card, just... Oh, I'm losing words talking about alt arts because they're just such nice cards. Now, here is a card that actually goes with the Zapdos. This card I did not pull myself. I bought it from a local card store, and check that out. The Galerion Articuno V. All I need now is the Moltres to complete the collection. That does kind of spoil that Moltres is not on this list because I don't own it. But this Articuno behind the force field in the Crown Tundra, being surrounded by snow. I don't know what he's doing with his little force field there, but man, look at how nice this card is. Just Galerion Articuno itself is just such an elegant Pokemon, so making it in a force field in the snow, it just does something for me, man. And it's in pristine condition, again, like all of my alt arts. They're just so nice. You have to keep them in pristine condition. It's so nice. It is so nice. Alt arts, again, one of the greatest things Pokemon has ever introduced. If you actually look down here, there's a little Chinchou in the water. I never actually noticed that. That's a very cool find. You never know what you're going to find on alt arts, am I right? My one and only graded alt art. Actually, that's completely a lie. I have 3 graded alt arts, but this is the only one to make the list. My MNT graded Zera Aura. This card is so cool. It kind of goes with the Articuno. You know, it's in the Crown Tundra. It's looking over everything. The tree down there, the Weavile in the background there. I guess the foreground, the giant tree in the background. It's just such a nice card. So this is a 9.5. Everything got a 9.5 except for the centering. Obviously, you can't really tell with the naked eye, but this side is definitely a little heavier. But this card is so nice. Something about Zera Aura is just so majestic. So having an alt art of Zera Aura does something for me, man. This card is absolutely beautiful, and owning it just makes me so happy. It just makes me so happy. Number 3 on the list, Zera Aura, my graded MNT card. And now, like I said, this is the only graded card on the list. So imagine what is going to be behind it. Caught myself there. That was actually number 4. This is number 3, and it was the second ever alt art that I pulled myself, Mew V. Now, when I ever saw this card online and people pulling it, it's like, oh yeah, okay, it's a Mew surrounded by some other Pokemon, whatever. When I pulled this card myself, I couldn't believe how beautiful it is. When you see this card in person, this is one of the coolest Pokemon cards I have ever seen. The Toxicity there, the Toxapex, it looks like a Hoopa Unbound there with the Smeargle in the background, and then the tiny little Dragapult. Man, it's absolutely gorgeous. The Mew, it's kind of just like blending in. It's kind of just hiding there. Kind of maybe trying to hide from something, kind of, you know, because Mew's that Pokemon that just, it hides. You have to find it. So it's kind of like a Where's Waldo situation, if you catch my drift. But this card, gorgeous. Absolutely gorgeous. You can't go wrong with it. If you want to own an alt art, I highly suggest. That is not on the card. I swear that's in the case. I'm going to deal with that later. But this card, number 3 on my list, easily. Easily, Mew V alt art from Fusion Strike. Gorgeous card. Absolutely gorgeous. Number 2 on the list. This was the first ever alt art that I didn't pull, but it's my card. So I was having a friend over, and I said, hey, you want to open a pack of Pokemon cards? Her first ever pack that she opens, she pulls Gengar Vmax alt art. The first ever pack that she opened, she pulled a Gengar alt art. Are you kidding me? There's a lot of people that have never even pulled an alt art. First pack magic, baby. That's what it is. Look at that beautiful, beautiful card. Now, I never planned on ever collecting alt arts until I saw this card. When I saw this card in person, kind of the same as the Mew, I went, oh, I need to collect alt arts. That's amazing. That is amazing. So yeah, this card easily number 2 on my list, and it's what made me obsessed with alt arts, because this card is just, it's one of a kind, man. one of a kind. And that is going to bring us into the last spot of my personal best alt arts. This one, from one of the premium collection boxes, it is the Flareon V. Now this card just reminds me of winter. It's so cozy. Like, Flareon is just kind of sitting there by the fire that he probably started himself. Like, you know, it's clearly like an old lady's house. There's some knitting going on here. There's like a little, someone's writing a letter, a cup of tea. There's all this stuff on top of the fireplace. Like, this card is absolutely gorgeous. And you can't argue with me. This is one of the best alt arts. Not just one of the best alt arts that I own, one of the best alt arts ever made. You can't argue with that. I'm sorry to say. This card, beautiful, absolutely beautiful, and I get off looking at it. Make sure you like and subscribe. I'll catch you in the next one.